Shalom. Shalom and welcome. Welcome to the White Rose Family Channel. If you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Symmanayah, and these are the words I'm compelled to present before an awakening set-apart nation. To those that are drawn by the Almighty Creator, to Yahusha, His word, as it is written in John 6:44. My brothers and sisters, before I get into this segment, I want to say this. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the owners, managers, and/or shareholders of this media platform. With that said, let's get started. I want to say this, Yashar'al. Time is of the utmost importance. We spend a lot of time arguing, divided, discussing, speculating. And there are some things that the Almighty Father will indeed reveal to us. In the King James Version, it speaks of Mystery Babylon. And it describes a harlot. It describes how it came to be. And I say to you, O Yashar'al, given the time that people spend talking about it or discussing it or accusing America as Babylon, Mystery Babylon, as for me, I sought to understand, to discern what is true regarding Mystery Babylon as it is mentioned in the King James Version. The scripture used different words, but all in all, it describes a harlot and nations and a nation. I will submit to you, O Yashar'al, that just as Yashar'al consists of 12 tribes, just as Yashar'al its multiple nations under one banner of Yashar'al, I will submit to you that Mystery Babylon is a culmination of nations coming to one under one banner as the Mystery Babylon. Let's continue. Identifying Mystery Babylon, as I mentioned, the King James Version, I will read. Come with me to Revelation 17th chapter, verse 4 through 6. For it reads, Revelation 17:4-6 reads, And the woman was dressed in purple and scarlet and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, holding in her hand a golden cup filled with abominations and filthiness of her whoring. And upon her forehead a name written, a secret, Babel the Great, the mother of the whores and of the abominations of the earth. Wait a minute, my brothers and sisters. I believe what I copied was the scriptures version. And what I want to do is get to you the King James Version so that you would see where the words Mystery Babylon came from. So I'm going to change this. And I ask that you bear with me as I correct this. And put the King James Version, because that's the one I want you to be aware of where the word mystery came from. Now, there may be other translations that have Mystery Babylon, but I do know that the King James Version. So in my copying and pasting, I put the scriptures version in there, and that's not what I want. Okay, I believe I have it corrected. And I thank you for your patience, my brothers and sisters. It is important for me to correct this to minimize as much scrutiny as possible. Sure, examine it by all means. I think it's important to examine it. Okay, let me read now the King James Version. It says, the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus, and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. This is John being speaking in the King James Version. And many people believe that it can only be the United States. And there are speculations. I have heard some say it's wickedness all over the world, and that person would be correct. My brothers and sisters, I invite your patience as I take you through this message, and I pray that you're able to receive what I believe to be true as it relates to Mystery Babylon. Let us visit Luke, and again, I ask your patience. Let's visit Luke 17th chapter, verse 26 through 30. Luke 17, 26 through 30. And as it came to be in the days of Noah, so also shall it be in the days of the son of Adam. They were eating, they were drinking, they were marrying, they were given in marriage until the day Noah went into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. And likewise, as it came to be in the days of the Lot, they were eating, they were drinking, they were buying, they were selling, they were planting, they were building. But on the day Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and sulfur from heaven and destroyed all. It shall be the same in the day of the son of Adam. You may wonder, what does this have to do with Mystery Babylon? But bear with me, my brothers and sisters. I will connect my purpose in sharing this. I want you to visit a portion of what was spoken of regarding the days of Noah. Genesis chapter 6, verse 9 through 13. I want you to come with me as I read it. This Genesis 6, 9 through 13. For it reads, this is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a righteous man. Keep that in mind. Perfect in his generations. Noah walked with the Almighty One. And Noah brought forth 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And the earth was corrupt. Keep that in mind. Before the Almighty One, and the earth was filled with violence. And the Almighty One looked upon the earth and saw it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. And the Almighty One said to Noah, the end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And see, I am going to destroy them from the earth. Destroying the earth because it's corrupt. My point, my brothers and sisters, I will share in a minute, and I promise you I will connect them. Let us also visit a little regarding the days of Lot. Come with me to Genesis 19, verses 23 through 26. Genesis 19, 23 through 26. The sun had risen upon the earth when Lot entered Zoar, and Yahuah rained sulfur and fire on Sodom and Gomorrah, or Sodom and Gomorrah, from Yahuah out of the heavens. So he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the city and what grew on the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a post of salt. Yashar'al, the Spirit of Yahuah came upon me, saying, as many search to discover Mystery Babylon, they are blinded. And he brought my attention to the fact that the Almighty Yahuah, he who is the Almighty One, has and will blind the wicked. I share with you Noah and Lot in part, to bring to your attention, my brothers and sisters, there was no middle ground. There was wicked and there was righteous. And he destroyed in the days of Noah the wicked and saved the righteous. And Sodom and Gomorrah, he destroyed the wicked and saved the righteous. Study that, my brothers and sisters. No middle ground, one or the other. I was encouraged as I prayed, my brothers and sisters. I was encouraged by the Spirit of Yahuah to visit John chapter 12, verse 36 through 40. And as I mentioned, Yahuwah told me he blinds individuals for the reasons in which the scriptures speak of. And they confirmed that I indeed was engaged with the spirit of Yahuwah sent in Yahusha's name. For Yahusha is the word of Yahuwah. John 12, 36 through 40 says, while you have the light, believe in the light so that you become sons of light. These words Yahusha spoke and went off and was hidden from them. But though he had done so many signs before them, they did not believe in him, that the word of Yeshayahu the prophet might be filled, which he spoke. Yahuwah, who has believed our report, and to whom has the arm of Yahuwah been revealed? Because of this, they were unable to believe, because again, Yeshayahu said, he has blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, so that they should not see with their eyes and understand with their heart, and turn, and I shall heal them. My brothers and sisters, you see, there's good and evil. There's the righteous and the wicked. And Yahuwah blind those who have wrong intentions because of unbelief that the Almighty Father is working his work. And for various reasons, he has blinded many. So therefore, many will stumble trying to determine who is Mystery Babylon. I was compelled to read Genesis 25, verses 23 and 24. Hear me out, O Yashar'al. Genesis 25, 23 and 24 says, and Yahuwah said to her, 2 nations in your womb, and 2 peoples shall be separated from your body. And 1 people shall be stronger than the other, and the older serve the younger. And when the days were filled for her to give birth, and see, twins were in her womb. My brothers and sisters, if you study the scriptures on this story, this was about Jacob and Esau. So stay with me, brothers and sisters. We will visit the names Yaakov and Esau. Yaakov, who's commonly known as Jacob, and Esau, they were twins. And I will submit to you that one represented wickedness and the other set-apartness. 2 nations, but one fell under wickedness, the other fell under favor, guidance, and righteousness by the Almighty Father. Yashar'al, Yaakov, commonly known as Jacob, whose name was changed to Yashar'al, commonly known as Israel. Let me read that passage in Genesis chapter 32, verse 24 through 28. Hear me out, O Yashar'al, and I will bring the connection. 24th verse, I'm in the 32nd chapter of Genesis, 24 through 28. And Yaakov was left alone, and the man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. And when he saw that he did not overcome him, he touched the socket in his hip. And the socket of Yaakov's hip was dislocated as he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go, for the day breaks. But he said, I'm not letting you go until you have blessed me. So he asked him, what is your name? And he said, Yaakov. And he said, your name is no longer called Yaakov, but Yashar'al, because you have striven with the Almighty One, with men, and have overcome. So here we see that Yashar'al, Yaakov's name was changed to Yashar'al, commonly known as Israel. Let us continue. I submit to you his twin brother, Esau. Esau's name was changed to Edom. Come with me to Genesis 25:30. Genesis 25:30. Now let me remind you, these are twin brothers. So physiologically, they are of the same race, although the word race is nowhere in scriptures. They are of the same bloodline, but not righteous seed, because Esau fell for wickedness. Anyway, it says, Esau said to Yaakov, please feed me with the same red stew, for I am weary. That is why his name was called Edom. And then if you go to Genesis 36:1, you'll read, now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. This is where the term Edomites come from, my brothers and sisters. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, out of what I've presented, I trust that you grow to realize there are only two sides, good versus evil. There is no middle ground. There are many who will fall under the umbrella of set-apartness, and there is a large number that will not. So there are those who will follow after Yashar'al, set-apart Yashar'al, children of the Almighty Father, and they are the wicked that will fall under Edom, Edomites, children of their wicked prince, Satan. You see, my brothers and sisters, we will see that set-apart Yashar'al, or Edom, between the two, there is no middle ground. Every nation will fall under one of these banners. Every nation. The many will narrow down to one or the other. Remember these words, O set-apart family. Malachi 3:6 says, for I am Yahuah, I shall not change, and you, O sons of Yaakov, shall not come to an end. You will see me mention these often over again, as well as James 1:16 and 17 that says, do not go astray, my beloved brothers. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no change, no shadow of turning. Yashar'al, O Yashar'al. Things that we saw explained to us regarding days of old. We will grow to see that Mystery Babylon is indeed a culmination of nations. So do not be deceived. I heard a brother say, the United States is the only nation with all different nationalities and stuff, so it has to be the United States. Failing to realize that people of many nations and nationalities are spread, scattered, and mixed throughout the world. Just as wickedness has spread throughout the world. So let us not think it's just the United States. And when the scripture want us to flee Mystery Babylon, it's talking about to be gathered from the four corners of the earth to the promised land. Come away from the wickedness. And the Almighty Father promised that he will gather his children from the four corners of the earth. Those whom he has chosen for his esteem, as it is said in Isaiah 43rd chapter. The harlot represents nations of wickedness, brought together as a one world government and one nation. Put this matter to rest, O Yashar'al. Trust and believe the final exodus will come to be. Do not forget these words, and remember, we are the restrainer. Come with me to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 1 through 8. It says, as the coming of our Master Yahusha Messiah and our gathering together to him, we ask you, brothers, not to become easily unsettled in mind or troubled, either by the Spirit or by the word or by letter, as if from us, as if the day of Yahuah has come. Let no one deceive you in any way, because the falling away is to come first, and the man of lawlessness is to be revealed, the son of destruction, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called the Almighty One, or that is worshipped, so that he sits as the Almighty One and the dwelling place of the Almighty One, showing himself that he is the Almighty One. Do not remember that I told you this while I was still with you. My brothers and sisters, it is for this reason people read and they say a third temple will be built, and he's going to step in this third temple and declare himself as the Almighty One. We will read in scriptures, though there were temples built for the Almighty Father, we will also read where he's not concerned with temples built with hands. And I submit to you, we, individually and collectively, represents the temple, the body of Yahuwah. And it is by his word, it is through his sacrifice and resurrection, and by his word, we are saved. It is by his word that we live and have life. And the enemy will come to where we will be gathered in that focal point where the true Mount Sinai is. And while we anticipate the return of Yahusha, he will step in and say he's the Messiah, that he's the one we're supposed to worship. And this will be the same time that the two witnesses will rise up from their death in the streets. And we will see the hand of the Almighty Father come manifest in his word, Yahusha, and put that action of the anti-Messiah to naught. Let me continue. It says, I'm in the 5th verse, do you not, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, I'm at the 5th verse. Do you not remember that I told you this while I was still with you? And now you know what restrains for him to be revealed in his time. For the secret of lawlessness is already at work. Only until he who now restrains come out of the midst. And then the lawless one shall be revealed, whom the master shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and bring to naught with the manifestation of his coming. You see, my brothers and sisters, it says, then the lawless one. That's why it's a mystery. This lawless one will be the head ruler of Mystery Babylon. That's why he's a mystery. Why? Because it is until the time that the Almighty Father will reveal. But he lets us know he is manipulated and controlled by Satan himself. Yashar'al, oh Yashar'al. Notice that I said until the restrainer is removed. We are that restrainer. That doesn't mean that there's going to be a rapture, as people believe. What this does is confirm that he will not be Mystery Babylon, the fullness of Mystery Babylon with its head, the anti-Messiah, will not be revealed until we are gathered from the four corners of the earth. Pray and watch, O Yashar'al. Watch as things begin to happen. It says lawlessness is at work, wickedness is at work. Because they're doing all they can to try to formulate this one world government, to bring it all to be under the rulership that they believe is necessary. And we all want to know, we all want the knowledge of what it takes for us to realize what we're supposed to do during such a time as what we're witnessing. Come with me to Proverbs 1:7. It says, the fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline. Let us not reject the discipline of the Almighty Father. Let us seek out and hunger after him. Fear him, hunger after him, thirst after him, and witness the knowledge that he brings forth regarding wisdom and discipline to get through these times as Mystery Babylon began to take shape. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, trust in Yahuwah with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. Know him in all your ways, and he makes all your paths straight. So in spite of all the chaos, the confusion, the mixed positions of belief, the different practices, in spite of all the differences, my brothers and sisters, unity will come, for the Almighty Father will indeed straighten our path, open our eyes, bring sight to the blind, those who seek after him. Proverbs 14:26 saying, the fear of Yahuwah is strong trust, and his children have a place of refuge. We will discover, my brothers and sisters, such a time as this, in the midst of earthquakes, famine, pest and disease, wars and rumors of wars, civil unrest, and all the calamity that is about to unfold, Yashar'al, we will know what to do. we will begin to move closer towards one another, and we will begin to migrate towards the promised land. The gathering, the final exodus, will come to be. My brothers and sisters, we have much to learn and to do regarding our final days. Let us be aware of true Mystery Babylon, but let us not lose focus on the task, our task at hand. And just as Mystery Babylon birthed the one world government and system and represents all that is wicked, it is imitating, it's coming together, is trying to imitate what is happening with Yashar'al, many nations, kindreds, and tongues, as it's mentioned in Revelation 7 chapter, coming together. See, ultimately, the head-on collision is between the righteous and the wicked. And we know that the Almighty Father will prevail, is prevailing, and will execute his plan unwaveringly. Prepare, O Yashar'al. My brothers, my sisters, my family, stay tuned. There is so much work to be done. Let us walk in wisdom and redeem this time that we have left wisely. Let us understand what's important. Let us understand that we must and we will begin to get closer together. Conditions will bring about the fruit of the rebellious, but those who seek the Almighty Father, our path will be made clear and straight. In our obedience, we will lift up Yahusha and we will identify his word, that his word is indeed the word of Yahuah. And he said, if he be lifted up, in John 12:32, he'll draw all men to himself. And us being drawn to Yahusha, him being in us, working through us one towards another, we will see this is how unity will come. This is how we will come together. Pray and watch, O Yashar'al. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your patience. And know there is much more to come, much more to be said, much work to be done. Do not get caught up in those conversations where they're saying it's America. No, it's Rome. No, it's Jerusalem. Mystery Babylon is the one world government, the representation of all that is wicked, trying to be like, but control in an imitating fashion what Yashar'al is about. Stay tuned, O Yashar'al. My prayer for you and for us is that we grow in discernment, that we recognize the voice of the Spirit of Yahuah speaking to us in Yahusha's name, his word, making clear what we are to do, where we are to go, with whom, when, and how we are to pursue the task that he has for us. On that note, I say to you, my brother, my sister, my family, Shalum. Shalom, my brothers.